Yo, what's up?
Hello, I'm back.
I'm back to Mario Kart, of course.
You guys seem to like this game.
I need to adjust something really quick. You see this follower bar up there? That try help for the list of commands? Let me just take that. Do something like that. Right? Do something like this. And yeah, I made that a little bit smaller. I noticed when I was making the last segment, I noticed it kind of clipping uh, the item UI in game. And I want everything to look as clean as I can get it with not so much hassle, you know. This is not right. Here, hold on. I should I want to take the timer here. Actually do something more like that, maybe? I don't know. Look, the maybe I'll just make it a bit smaller. Maybe I'll just do that, right? Yeah, sorry, the Okay, that works. I noticed that when some of the larger digits came up on the timer, it would sort of move off the screen to the right over there. There would be some clipping, and I don't want that to happen. So yeah, hopefully that size of timer will be just fine for the purposes of this live stream. And like I mentioned actually in the Discord post, I just realized in the lead up to the stream, I tried to remember what VR am I at right now, and it's actually I think I lost about 1,000 or more VR just over the past 2 or 3 streams. And I was like, huh. 4 years ago, I'd be really upset about that. In fact, just 1 or 2 years ago, I'd be really upset about that. But I don't care that much anymore. And I was like, wow, I actually really like that I don't care. And, I'm just going back into it. Uh, Now, in the title, it says CTGP Worldwide. I can't guarantee that I'll be racing CTGP the entire time because it's a weekday and not many people are online during the week. Um, so it's possible you might just get a empty room, but it looks like right now we've got a small room. There's about 5 people, which is better than nothing. So we'll get started. Um, I finished editing the Tim Pool and Trevor Loudon and Haas debate. Um, I wanted to put out the shorter video segment first. That's going to be a much longer upload, I think. I actually think what I want to do with that debate review is have it upload and then schedule it as a premiere so that people sort of have a lead up to watching it. I intend to put in the description like fair warning, this is 5 hours long or whatever. Because don't take it lightly. Um, but but yeah, I've got a thumbnail and everything. It's just a matter of scheduling the premiere, writing the description, and then probably leaving my computer on for more than 24 hours so I can upload that insane thing. Um, in fact, I might even start doing that after the stream is done today. But I think that's enough about like me and the channel upkeep, I guess. You know, you guys don't need to know about all the channel upkeep. I don't want to give anybody secondhand stress describing the work that I'm doing off screen and stuff. Preparing the race. So how many people do we have here? I'm guessing it's going to be from 3 to 5 or something. We got 6. All right, that's more than I thought we would have. Let's go random. I am full random all the way. I'm gonna be voting random every single time, I think. Choco Island 2. All right. Let's see how we're gonna do this race. See how this turns out. Whoa, dude! I didn't want that draft. I really didn't want that draft. Ah, dude. You didn't have to hit me. Dang. Idiot. It's fine, it's lap 1. Okay, I had to use that. I was gonna hit the wall. Otherwise. Okay. So far, so good. Give me a box. Yes. And then I'll throw this red shell. Oh, son of a... Please don't squish me. Thank you. No, I didn't get a box. Lame. Alright. Last place. Pretty standard. Alright. That's really not a good track. Really, I think the change that kills that track is that they made it 3 laps. That is way too short for that track. They should have made it at least 4 laps. You know? How long was that? That was only like a minute 10, a minute 20. Anyways. I'm not super happy with how I drove, although I think some of that was unavoidable. First race of the day, you know. Anyways, I talked about how I read 1984 a little while ago. I just read that book for the first time, which is cool for me, I think. But now I've actually moved on to reading some other stuff. I mentioned that I wanted to read about the East Asian tigers, which, if you're not familiar, that refers to Taiwan, Hong Kong, Singapore, and South Korea. And I wanted to see some research on how they industrialized, while it seems like a lot of the rest of Asia was sort of left behind, and like why they were so successful. You know. Oh, what the, dude. And so actually, to that effect, I created a JSTOR account. Apparently, I'm not allowed to read JSTOR research if I don't have an account there. So I was like, okay, well, I don't want to pay to read articles. You know, worst comes to worst, I can do my secret tactical method of acquiring the literature and knowledge. But JSTOR said, like, hey, yeah, you know, if you create a free account, you get 100 articles per month. You get, like, you're allowed to read 100 articles each month. And I was like, holy shit, that is way more than I'll ever, like, need. Like, you don't have to tell me twice. So I created an account, and now I'm still only at 99 because I wanted to I got started on the one article that I found that I thought would be interesting. So, you know, I'm taking notes on that as I read it, and I'll probably talk about it when I'm done reading. But until then, I'm just gonna enjoy my free My free fucking JSTOR account subscription, whatever. I should probably just use this here. Please don't red me. Okay. Got owned by the car. Alright. Aw, dude! No, 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 no. Get me out of there. Okay. Come on, dude. Oh, well. You know what? I should be happy because I got a blooper and it's a funny item. And I got plus 19. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't be complaining for middle spots. It's indicative I drove at least okay. And I mean, to be sure, I did get good item luck that race. I just got squished by a couple of cars, I think. And that makes a difference. So. Alright, we still got 8 players. Let's go. Don't know if you guys could hear any of that. Waiting for last person. They're probably looking for a Star Slope or whatever. Oh no, GCN Bowser's Castle. An actual good track. Cool. But now, I have something extremely funny to talk about, at least for me. For me, it is very funny. Let's wait for the race to get started. There we go. So you guys might remember, anybody who's seen any of my videos before, likelihood is you've probably seen the videos where I talk about conservatives being gay and repressed, or, like, at least, you know, not exactly being as straight as they would like you to think that they are. Well, would you believe it? We have a new chapter in that saga, which surfaced a couple weeks ago. I saw the original image that was circulating about this, or like just the latest instance. But then I realized that, like, this is apparently this is part of a trend. Conservatives on occasion will like, somebody will post to Twitter a picture or a video of like a clearly gorgeous woman, right? Like, you know, so many boxes of conventional attraction just very obviously being checked off and whatever. Very pretty face. You know, sometimes they'll be smiling, which obviously adds to it because it seems like they're happy. And like, you know, bonus stuff, nice clothes, big butt, whatever. And then they'll say, like, yeah, if you're attracted to her, you're gay, or whatever. Like, you can't be straight and also attracted to this woman. And it's, like, the most jarring thing. And lately, it was, like, I guess maybe it was the straw that broke the camel's back in some ways. Because I started to wonder, like, dog, are you even straight? You know? Like, you know, if you're straight or bi or pan and you know, you see somebody who you think is attractive, it registers for you like, wow, that person's pretty. I like the way they look, etc. You know? But apparently not so with a lot of rightoids out there. Which makes me think, and made me realize, I think I should say more accurately, a lot of conservatives just don't like women. You know, it sounds like, in retrospect, given their policies and whatever on abortion, and women's rights in the workplace, in the home, and wherever, it sounds obvious to say that, but in retrospect, I think it took me so long to realize, because I knew that, like, politically, conservatives were against the rights of women. But what I didn't really, like, fully grasp is that, like, no, that doesn't just apply to politics. That's also, like, them as people, they just don't like women. And it hit me that, goddamn, conservatives, number one, have extreme sexual issues going on in their head that they need resolved. They need to see a fucking therapist, I think. But then, like, number two, they must be goddamn miserable. Like, seriously. You know, if you go online and you see like a picture of a pretty woman and your first reaction is repulsion and outrage, or if that's like what you've been trained to feel, I'm really sorry. I don't know who hurt you, but Jesus, I hope you get better. You know? And of course I guess that, I just in the moment I remembered like, oh yeah, the thing that Freud said the one time, uh all politics is sex and all sex is politics, you know? Um So I guess it only makes sense that there would be such a overlap between conservatives not liking women and conservatives pursuing policies that disproportionately hurt women. You know? It's almost like conservatives are just misanthropic and evil and do not like human life. I know that sounds hyperbolic, but the more that you sort of analyze the brain state that a conservative has to be in to have that kind of reaction to a person being happy or living a normal life while being part of like one of the outgroups. Every time I encounter that, it just becomes more and more of a just a real thing and less of a like, oh haha, funny joke. Like, no, it's really not a joke. They're just like that. They just don't like people. Uh And I guess now's the part where I condescend to any conservatives out there because holy shit, I'm so sorry that you live like that. That's no way to live. So don't do conservatism, kids. You should love all women, and you should also love all men and NBs. We love our queer comrades, our straight comrades, etc., etc. Yay, golden mushroom. Yeah, good enough. Ow! Damn it. I've been had. I can't believe I didn't get completely owned by that bullet bill. Probably gonna do this again. God damn it! uh, Probably should have expected that on some level. Huh. Just by doing this, I'm gaining quite a bit of ground. That was a hair trigger use of that mega mushroom. Dude, everybody races so cracked, I feel like. No, what the f- Oh my god. That has literally never happened before. Why would that happen now? Dude, what? Why does that happen? Why did that happen? Ah, jeez. Man. I'm not upset about losing VR there. I'm upset that that fucking, like, Mario Kart physics that I don't entirely understand. Because that doesn't happen. What just happened to me does not happen. Like, I got so little air off of that trick, and I didn't want to get such a low air, you know? Jeez. Anyways. I'm still gonna vote random. Wonderland Hill Pyramid. Color Wonderland is cool, I guess. Wait, no. I might be thinking of a different color track. Bowser's Fiery Fortress is cool, because that's just the 3DS Bowser Castle. Hell Pyramid, okay. Alright. Dude, the new version of this track is actually so nice to drive on. Ow. Okay, cool. Let's see. Ooh, give me that. Yeah. I actually don't want to be in first here, I think. Yeah, especially not with that pole. You can pass, you can pass. Oh, how's that work? Cool. I guess I'm in first again. Someone might pass me here? Maybe not. So far, so good. I mean, I'm racing well. Oh, there's a star there? It's kind of wild. Ah, damn it. I shouldn't have thrown that forward. Okay. I guess I'll save this mushroom for the other shortcut then. Nice try. Nice going, dumbass. Now we both got bad spots. You know, I think there's a degree of situational awareness there that you don't have when it's like everyone versus everyone. Because here's the thing: if Niziu didn't throw that red shell, and I didn't throw back that fake item box, we would have gotten first and second respectively, right? But this game and Niziu's small brain and my small brain could not grasp that there was a like mutual advantage to us both for not using our items there. And so Niziu threw the red shell, I threw the fake item box, and we got fifth and sixth respectively instead of first and second like we could have. Because not only is Niziu stupid, I am also stupid in that situation. Yeah. So you can take that to the bank. If you have, okay, I guess if you're in a comparable situation where you know it's like, okay, the person behind me definitely has a red shell and I definitely have a fake item box, there should be some sort of like social acknowledgement that like, look, if neither of us use our items against each other, we are so close to each other that both of us are going to get taken out, right? If we just don't do that, we get first and second. No, you're not giving me that. All right. I'll just start getting rid of these, I guess. I don't know if those fish actually do anything, but kind of don't want to hit them anyways. Okay. Oh, did you get wheelie bumped or something? Huh. Get me out of here. Okay. We're good, we're good. Cool. Alright, where are the Koopas? I think the Koopas are my main obstacle here. That's what I'm principally worried about. More than, like, anything else. Okay, that worked out. That might be the only race where I've, like, ever done well on that track. And I think I drove pretty well, also. Oh yeah, there's actually there's two things I saw that actually go together really fucking well. And it's kind of unsettling how well they go together. So one of them is more dry. It's just a, you know, a bill that Congress introduced. But what it does is super important. It would ban like hedge funds and stuff for buying from like buying up and just sitting on housing in like, well, in the United States, I guess. Because like there are big giant billion-dollar real estate companies that have been doing that. They like buy houses and then just never sell them and rent them out forever and just keep increasing the rent because it's like people have to, you know, just put up with that, right? Because housing is like an essential thing. People can't just treat housing like any other market thing. Because without housing, you slowly go insane and die of exposure. So, like, there's no ceiling to housing prices that will, like, make companies start losing money. That's inelastic demand. Um, and some people in Congress apparently were like, yeah, that's pretty bad actually. We should ban giant corpos from doing that. Uh, do I think the bill is going to pass? Ultimately, no. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to go much of anywhere. But recently, something came up that really made that bill a lot more urgent, and it makes me actually hope that it goes somewhere. Which is that I think I saw this on a More Perfect Union news post. Uh, there are actually now new companies getting into the housing market. Very, very cool of you to go out of your way to star me, by the way. Uh, there are new companies getting into the housing market. One of them being Google, another one being Facebook. And I think Facebook has explicitly said that it plans to build a housing development and call it Zucktown or whatever, which is just the fucking worst, most clownish dystopia you could possibly imagine. I'm gonna chain this. Give me item. Nice. Those mushrooms serve me very well. I guess there's more. There's some people online today where there weren't like on other days of the week. That's interesting. Let me actually go to that news post. Here it is. Google is building multiple massive developments with 9,000 homes. Facebook is building a development known as Zucktown with over 1,700 homes. And Elon Musk is laying the groundwork for a town called Snailbrook on thousands of acres of land. We're entering a new era of company towns. Disney and Universal are also getting in on the action with developments of 1,400 and 1,000 homes, respectively. And somebody mentions that there's also Amazon is also in the housing market with like some fractional ownership schemes. Let me actually look that up to confirm it. Amazon housing. Is that it? Yeah, Amazon Housing Equity Fund. So yeah, Amazon is also in the housing market. I don't know if you guys learned about this in school. That there was another era in American history where we had company towns. That's the era when people died of black lung at the age of 20. And stuff like that. That era is not remembered fondly for many reasons, most of them being quite good reasons, in fact. You know, the era of company towns was also, not coincidentally, the era of unchecked corporate power, child labor, cop riots, and, strikes being violently put down and workers being shot dead in the streets and things like that. You know, it wasn't good, suffice it to say. Is that faster? I guess you're supposed to do that. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to go to you. I'll just get rid of these. Okay, I guess you are supposed to do this. Really awkward. No, what? Why did you target shock me, dude? Lame. At least it puts me here. Oh, okay, so this is another route that I can take. Nice. Red shell. Okay. Wow. Alright. Rip. To the guy in last, I mean. That sucks. Yeah, about the company towns becoming a thing again. This is bad. This is really bad. In fact, that makes it way more urgent. Not only that the bill that has been introduced in Congress to pass, but like there needs to be a much stronger version of that one, because the law that would prevent giant corpos from buying up thousands of homes, like they've been doing, like the version that Congress put forward only bans them from buying single family units, right? So like standalone houses. They could, this law would still let companies buy like duplexes and apartments and stuff. And ultimately, I think that needs to be banned as well. Because otherwise, we're gonna have it like we're going to have every single problem that led to the 2008 housing crash, but worse. Like so much worse. Like not even gonna be funny how much worse it is. Fuck you, Pishay. Yeah, it's what you get, idiot. Golden mushroom. This is not a smart spot to use. Excuse me. This is not a smart spot to use this, but I'm doing it anyway because I feel like it. It's gonna throw that back or not. Huh. Good job. I'm just gonna, yeah. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that's why I use the mock bike. Go get an item box. Ooh, more mushrooms. Oh, hi. Strategic! That was tactical. Me getting hit by that red shell meant that I didn't get saddled with the thundercloud. That was actually a big brain move on my part. Alright, I'm gonna just use this here. And another mushroom, okay. And I'll use this here. I have to pay so much attention to that spinning wheel of fire on this track. That used to not be as bad as it is right now. Like, that thing is brutal now. You know? I'm gonna throw this backwards. There's another item set coming up. God, my brain just failed me there. Okay, I got that item at least. Probably gonna throw this back here. I'll put this here. Just interested in putting as much distance as possible between myself and third place. Okay, they shocked me into the boxes. Bray Wyatt 21YT. Hello and welcome to chat. Ooh. What? You gotta be kidding me! I raced this so smart! You... Ah, dude. The fucking... Okay. The fact that I got side-redded at the end and that decided my whole race hurts way more than any amount of VR that I could have lost. Like, there have been races where, like, I've lost 200 VR, and I've, like... Those races I don't really get upset, because it's just a matter of me not driving as well as somebody who has less VR than me, and that's great for them, and it's great for me, because it proves what I say all the time about VR, is that it's meaningless. But shit like that is just so dumb. Like, I don't even understand how they threw that red shell such that it actually hit me from the side. Jesus. Well, whatever. Look, at the end of the day, I think I drove way better than everybody else in that room, that race, except for the guy who was like front running the whole time. Sahara Hideout. This is a really fun track. Dude, it's kind of fitting that I was talking about real estate and the housing crisis and how we're gonna have another era of company towns and some bullshit. When we were driving on Bowser's Castle, because Bowser has a fucking massive real estate empire in these games. Which is great for him, but also, my man is engaged in money laundering on a regular basis. Oh, that cheeky bastard. It's you. Let me pass. I have a red... Oh, never mind. You have 3 red shells. I'm just going to throw this backward. Ah! My brain farted again. I was thinking about taking the lower route, because I know that's a thing you can do, but... I was like, no, don't risk it on a fucking worldwide, dude. Man. That bomb, ultimately, like, I had 2 options. One of them was to try to throw it forward, but then the other one, which I think was way more likely to get me any sort of benefit, was just to put some distance between myself and the person behind me. It almost didn't even matter if it hit or not. It was just the difference was just going to be, like, how much distance, strictly speaking, are we talking about between me and third place now? Alright. Oh, that was a really fast green shell. I don't know how it threw it backwards that fast. I'm holding on to this red shell. Just kidding. Okay, now I have a banana. That's good. Don't fall off. Okay. Okay. Woo! This room is making me work for it. Okay, second place. We got a room of 7 people. 7's a good amount. You can get shocks in 6-player rooms, but I think 7 and onward is like what I would consider a good like amount of people. Because then there's like 2 positions where you can get the shock. Oh, I just remembered. Twitch had a rule change recently. You guys probably heard about this if you're on Twitch any appreciable amount of time. What's the long and the short of it? I think that basically Twitch allows like softcore porn now, but only softcore. Not like you can't literally have sex on Twitch. Like you can't do that. But you can show nudity and you can do like sexy dances and stuff. Yeah. But I think the rule stipulated that you have to have like the some tags associated with it. You have to have like the nudity and like sexual content tags, which I think is the most appropriate way that you could probably tackle the issue, right? It's never a smart idea to just ban like I guess with a platform as big as Twitch, right, where it's almost its own medium unto itself. It's not a good idea to ban that stuff outright because like then you have so much of a hard time, like you have such a hard time regulating it on your platform, because like a lot of the time I know that the concern is you don't want it to be super easily accessible to people who are underage and stuff. And like let's be real, people who are underage watch porn anyways. It's not like that's an especially new thing, but you know, you want it to be like something that they can't just stumble upon entirely by accident, right? Or something like that. And you also don't want it to be, if like from Twitch's perspective, if you're trying to keep things advertiser friendly, you don't want it to be like front and center on your website. So it's probably a good thing that they like put it on those specific like 18 plus tags and whatever, you know. I also think people should just be a lot more sex positive, and this helps with that, you know. God dang it, I saw that coming too. My brain was just not entirely, I was just kind of on autopilot there. All right, let's get through this section. Okay. Oh, have fun. Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm getting second anyways. Pretty soon it's going to be 30 seconds since the person in first crossed the finish line, I think. I'll keep going, sure. Oh, you know what? The one thing I wanted to mention, the biggest thing that I think is good about Twitch allowing in some forms pornographic content on the platform is that, in insofar as regulating it is concerned, that actually enables them to pursue um exploitation and like abusive behavior a lot better than they could have otherwise. Not that they will. Twitch is a corporation, and I have no like I don't think they would really do that. But previously, in an environment where sexual content is banned outright, if there's sexual exploitation going on, which, you know, there always is in a very flawed system, in a flawed world, and whatever, um, then there's no real authority for you to go to, or there's nothing, like, you can't really say much because there's the threat of you losing your platform and losing your stream of income, right? It's why, like, there's so much exploitation in the porn industry that goes unchecked, and why there's so much exploitation just in, like, prostitution in general that goes unchecked, is because the act of prostitution itself is illegal, and authorities would just as soon arrest the prostitutes as the pimps. Um, you know, but in an environment where that is legal and where it's like properly regulated without just saying like, yeah, it's banned, um, then that allows people to say, hey, this is my job. I do sex work, and this person is like taking advantage, or I've had some issues with my employer or whatever. Um, and there's not a threat necessarily of you just getting banned outright, because now it's like, the act of doing what you did for work in the first place isn't banned. I hope that makes sense. And by the way, it's also the same reason that it's the same reason that I would support legalizing even the hardest hard drugs, um, because like, if you legalize them, now they can be given out at proper pharmacies and dispensaries, where you can actually get like people saying like, hey, be careful with this, um, and you can get medical treatment if you need to, and stuff like that. And it wouldn't be just an issue of, if you get caught doing heroin, you would get arrested, and like your situation would not improve at all, you know. Although obviously I don't feel the same way about drugs as a thing as I do about like sex work as a thing. I think sex work is perfectly fine. But drugs generally, I think, are something that you should stay away from, just from a perspective of personal advice and mental health and whatever. Um, but obviously, I think if you have done drugs, that means you need help, not a fucking prison sentence. Like, Jesus. Okay, this room is shrinking. Yeah, I'm gonna leave and try to find another room, maybe? Alright, let's see who we find. Nope. Okay. Guess not. Regular worldwides it is. Like I said, I did mention that I couldn't guarantee that it was going to be all custom tracks this time, because there's, this time of the day during the week, there's not a lot of people online. But there are some people online in regular track rooms. Oh, hey, Peter. Holy crap, Lois. Very cool. In a similar vein of good news, um, I mean, that was the stuff about Twitch. That was one thing that I would consider to be good news. Um, Another thing actually is that Tesla has been suffering defeat after defeat in Europe, which is great because they have they've pretty much brought that on themselves. Um, I'm sure if you're in Europe, you know this, but uh, Tesla basically refused to negotiate with any unions ever. That like Elon Musk is so anti-union that simply mentioning the concept of a workers' union makes him cry and shit himself and come a little bit. Um, but the Tesla union, or rather the Transport Workers Union, there we go, in Sweden, has announced that garbage disposal will be blocked at all Tesla's facilities starting Christmas Eve. So, um, in all the Scandinavian countries, I think, the transport unions, like the sectoral unions that have to do with transportation, have started saying like, hey, we're going to just shut down your entire operation since you're not going to negotiate with us. If you're not going to negotiate with us, we'll just run you out of business. And, you'll have to forsake the entire market in our countries, which is a big deal if it works. But, Elon Musk has been holding firm and been predictably losing money in those countries. And so now they've started, I think, with like not doing building inspections, not coming into work, obviously, not unloading shipments from the docks, sometimes not even taking those shipments in the first place of like equipments and cars and stuff. And now they're saying, all right, you know what? No more garbage disposal. We're not going to be taking out the trash. And so these manufacturing plants, these Tesla facilities, are going to fall into predictably a state of disrepair. And the two options that I'm sure are intentional on the part of the unions that Elon Musk has at this point are, number one, capitulate and negotiate with the unions like any fucking sane business, of which there are increasingly few. Or the second one, number two, is basically just decide, okay, I guess all my operations in Scandinavia now and potentially Europe later are just going to go bankrupt. Cool. I'm gonna try to hold these two mushrooms, maybe. It's a dangerous thing, but... Okay, yeah, now I'm definitely holding them. Okay. I'm gonna go this way. The road less traveled. No, what? That is so dumb. Thanks for that game. That's fine. Look, there's still lap 3. I'm in a back spot, so I'm gonna get some good items. Like that, that's a pretty good item. If I get triple shrooms, I'm sitting pretty. Okay, that's not triple shrooms. That's also not triple shrooms. Damn it. Eh. My item play was really not good that race. I ended up trying to hold items, I think, for longer than I should have. Or something like that. I got plus 14 for 7th. You'll have to see it. I'll stay in this room as long as everybody else does, And I guess for another hour or whatever, you know? Wait a moment. Wanna vote? I'll vote, just so I don't get something, like, horrendous. Let's do Bowser's Castle, that's fun. That's fun. Let me see if there's any more to that story. It seems not. I guess my coverage stands as is, that, like, you know, if a union forms, if your business unionizes, right? And a lot of the workers join that union, which usually that is the case, and you refuse to negotiate, especially like on as big a scale as this is. First of all, that's what strikes are for, when, you know, when the negotiations aren't working out like they should. But then second of all, you really do just have the two options of either you negotiate or you go out of business in whatever area, you know, we're talking about here. And it's not like the United States, where unions are so weak that they don't have much bargaining power, and businesses are so strong that they could, like, sabotage an entire community. You know, in Europe, unions have a lot more leverage than they do in the States, because in the States there was a very, very concerted anti-union campaign by the right wing in the 20th century. And I actually, as vindictive and like weird and petty as it sounds, I actually would love to see Tesla just go out of business in Sweden and Norway and Denmark, because of Elon Musk's incompetence and, like, petulance. Because ultimately they don't even make very good cars. Like, everybody knows the meme about Tesla autopilot trying to kill you and whatever. I didn't get a box. That's not good. How did that hit me? What? Okay. I got somebody. Okay. That was a very weird pow. And I didn't get an item, unfortunately. Ow! God damn it. This is a really tight race. Holy shit. We both hit the same banana. I love when that happens on Wi-Fi. Why did you target shock me? I was in fucking third. Why? Why? Ow. Ow. Fuck. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Jesus. I don't think I drove particularly well that race. But it was also a matter of fucking everything else happening at the same time. Oh boy. I'm not switching to Flame Runner. I gave it a thought because I know I'm getting bumped a ton. I'm not going to switch off of me, Mock Bike. I will vote again. Fuck it. I'm an agent of chaos, I guess. Oh yeah, you know how I mentioned earlier that conservatives really are just bad? Like they just don't like people. They are not just misogynistic, right? They don't just not like women. They also are misandristic. They don't like men, and they are also misanthropic. They don't like people in general. They don't like the concept of human flourishing. And I have evidence to this effect. Florida Republicans just voted down. Oh boy. Thank you for keeping me entertained on my food break. Need something to watch while I was eating, Lamau? Well, my pleasure, I guess. And welcome to chat, by the way, as well. So, the Republican Party in the United States has a... Oh, and thank you for the follow, Unproxified. Glad to have you here. The Republican Party, the right-wing party in America, has a very... a very sussy streak of defending, advocating for, and policymaking on behalf of child labor. They love putting kids to work in the factories. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that, but now apparently there was a new thing that just came out where conservatives had, like, in Florida, voted on a new legislative amendment, like a law or whatever, a part of the law. And they the thing that was being voted on said basically employers of teenage kids, like, 16 and 17-year-old kids generally are allowed to work at certain places. But if you're employing them, you have to like provide a record of incidents of sexual assault and stuff like that, workplace sexual harassment and assault and stuff. Pretty good idea, if you ask me. That's what was up for a vote, up for conversation and debate in this session of the Florida Congress. This is a state thing, not a federal thing. And Republicans decided, no, actually, we do not want you to know if your kid has been sexually assaulted in the workplace. We shouldn't have to provide that documentation, actually, which is exactly the kind of policymaking that you can expect from the Republican Party in the year 2023. Cool. One red shell. Workplace, please. Okay. Wow. I raced really well that time. I think, honestly, I think a lot of what helped me is that I didn't bother going for any of the shortcuts. I didn't go for the regular shortcut or the ultra shortcut. Because no way am I fucking getting that online with these people in this room, all breathing down my neck and stuff like that. No chance, basically. But anyways, we are back to Agent of Chaos hours. Voting for Moonview Highway. Yeah, here we go. Verbatim from More Perfect Union. Florida Republicans just voted down an amendment to require all employers of 16 and 17-year-olds to maintain records of sexual harassment and give copies to parents. Yeah, yeah. So from the party of Protect the Kids, we bring you employers should not be required to inform parents if their child has been sexually assaulted, harassed, or otherwise aggressed upon. I think the contradiction there speaks for itself more than anything. Mushroom Gorge. Fuck it! Wow, that worked. I'm surprised that that worked. No item. Itemless. Itemless run. Let's just do it, I guess. Or maybe not. I'll get this one. I'm actually shocked that the person in front of me didn't, like, swerve out of the way to hit me with their star. Ow. Use the shock. Do it. You know you want to. Okay, I guess not. Okay. Cool. Ooh, mushroom. I know what I'm doing. Unless somebody gets the shock, which is possible. Oh, boy. Fucking of course. Why would you target shock? Why would you target shock somebody in a top spot when you could target shock 6th place? Very cool behavior, guys. Like, very nice. Thank you. Dog, what the fuck? They're stream sniping. That's probably it. That's the one explanation I can put to that. Because otherwise, using the shock there doesn't make sense. Fucking assholes, dude. Dude, okay. Honest to God, if people behaved in real life the way that they behave in Mario Kart, nobody deserves rights. But that's why we refer to online environments as toxic and not the people themselves necessarily. It's possible that people could be toxic both online and in real life, but it's also possible that this environment, like I explained earlier, just creates incentives to behave like that. You know, like earlier with me and another person both being really dumb, where if neither of us used our items, we both would have gotten good spots. But we both wanted to take the other one out, so we both used our items, and as a consequence, not only did I not win because I was in front of the other person, they didn't get a good spot either. This game needs a game chat. Yeah, maybe. You know, it would certainly, you know, I don't think it would be worse than any other game chat I've interacted with. You know, I think the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies of old kind of set the standard, and I think no matter how bad any game gets, except for maybe League of Legends, from what friends of mine have told me about that game, then, like, yeah, no, nothing could be that bad, so, like, fuck it, why not? Ow! Well, at least I didn't get squished by that car. Mushrooming through this section is wild. Ow. Ow. Again. I was going through my head, like, does using the shock there make sense? And I guess it makes sense, about as much sense as any spot on this track, you know? I'm holding this red shell for dear life, is what I'm doing. Dude, Peter Griffin's in first? Let's go. Ada. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Nice. Woo. Holy shit, that's a lot of VR. Okay, well. I think there was something else I wanted to mention as well. That was kind of cool. Oh yeah, there was a the UN thing that happened recently. So I think I mentioned on another stream about the US like vetoed a UN resolution that would have like called for a ceasefire or made the like official UN stance like there must be a ceasefire or whatever. The UN is toothless, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But it passed recently. I think it didn't get vetoed, and Canada actually joined in voting in favor of the resolution, and the final vote count was... Wait, let me see the news article. There we go. 153 votes for, 10 against, and 23 abstentions. And you can probably guess who voted how, based on their associations with Israel and mostly the United States. But even still, I think even though this being like a hollow gesture by the UN, I think it is indicative of like the changing social attitudes on Israel, because like for quite a while, liberals in America at least, and in some other countries, were all like, well, Israel has the right to defend itself, you know, and sort of taking that typical line. But now I think that it's like, at some point, it really does become like one war crime too many for people to support, you know. I don't know if any meaningful action will be taken on Israel and Palestine and whatever, considering the fact that like the U.S. would have to be the one to do anything, because we have all the influence in the region, next to like Israel, which is basically an American military base, or you know, generally speaking, a Western military base at the very least. A mushroom, so I'm at your mercy, Mr. Peter Griffin. Ow. What? That thing's hitbox is huge! Alright, well. Not the first time I've made that mistake. No. Give me that mushroom. Oh, cool. Another mushroom. Don't mind if I do. Going for this box. Yeah. Ooh! I'm going. Ow! Ow! asshole. I can't get a box. Okay, they got it. And not me, which is good. Ah, damn it. I knew something was wrong on that turn. Oh, well, I dodged the shock at least. That's cool. No way! That hit me? This fucking game, dude. Those hitboxes are stupid. Dude. If it were not for that POW, I think that there were two options in my head, right? That one turn, I'm flashing back to that one turn, I think. I chose to go wide, which ended up in me holding the drift for too long, and the POW screwed me up. But if I went tight there, if I had chosen to go tight to try to avoid the bullet bill, I think I would have been at a better angle to just sort of take the POW as the bullet bill passed. I think that would have been a better outcome of the two. Yeah. And in my mind, going wide was the safer option, but I didn't realize it actually gave me less room to work with. It was just that one, it was that one mistake. You know, made so much of a difference. And those fucking fire pillars, dude. Oh my god. Like, in custom tracks, I've had this experience in custom tracks. The hitboxes of the fire pillars, you can actually tell there's that like solid core, and as long as you're not touching that, you don't get hit. You can touch the little particulate stuff on the side, because those are just textures. That's not actually a 3D model that you can interact with. But for some fucking reason, on the Nintendo tracks, on Bowser's Castle 64 specifically, the devs decided, like, actually, this is, you touching any of it means that you got hit. Like, you know, even if you touch the part that isn't connected to the 3D model, that means you got hit. Alright. Rock hop time. Or, you know, just this. Maybe that's a safer option. Oh, I got the low trick. Fun. Well, don't mind if I do. Okay, I am now in first with 3 green shells. Ooh. Okay. I am now in first again. With no item. This is very dangerous. I actually hope somebody does a shortcut here. And nobody did. Sure, go, like, go. Take first. You can have it. Fucking... Alright. Did you get wheelie bumped or something? You might have fallen off. I don't know. My concern here is I don't want to get blue shelled, and that's basically it. I see. Well, I'm not getting blue shelled. That's good. Sixth? Man, to drive that well and get 6th place out of 7 people? Jesus. Man. This is a really unforgiving room. You know, you could say skill issue, but it's really not. You know? I think everybody in the room is just good enough at driving that it ultimately comes down to, are you at the right place at the right time? you know, which is a volatile combination. And you know what? Maybe that's how Mario Kart should be. I think I'd prefer it if it were like that more often than not. Because if the better player wins, that's fucking boring. In Mario Kart, like there's 12 people all racing at the same time. You don't want the better player to win every time. That means every race is the exact same. You know? And nobody wants to play that game. Unless you're insane, in which case that's your average Friday evening. Ah, Ghost Valley. Short track. Very cool. Imagine if this game had proximity voice chat. That would be so funny. Holy shit, what an idea. Get out of here. I don't want to get hit by the bullet bill. Okay, thank you. Ow. Ah, I didn't get hit by that red shell. Thank you. Alright. I think if I don't get an item here, my race is fucked. But I did get an item, so my race is only kind of fucked. Wow. Kinda can't believe I hit that item box. I'm throwing this back. Okay. What an ending. Oh, dude. I'm so sorry to that Mario player. I think I hit him with the bomb and then he got, like, owned by 12 other things. And also, whoever this me is, who has the red line, they need to fucking get a better internet connection. Because they are teleporting all over the place. Or, you know, maybe it's just the fact that they're across the entire fucking Pacific Ocean. That could be it, too. I think the timer's actually awkwardly small now. Maybe. Dry ruins, baby. Let's do it. Yeah, I think that's an appropriate size for the timer there. I was having an issue earlier where when it would have like enough big digits on screen, it would like clip off of the side, and I really didn't want that to happen. So I had to resize it. Shy Guy Beach, the worst track in the game in the vanilla Mario Kart Wii set of tracks. Hit the crabs. I'm almost positive that's gonna happen to me at some point. Dude, I'm about to get owned by that guy and his triple red shells. It's not gonna end well for me. Ow! Told you I was gonna hit the crab. Get me out of here. Huh. What's up? I'm bagging. Wow. I made the right choice. I think. Never mind, no I didn't. What? Dude! You gotta be kidding me, man. Okay, well. Well, I mean, I don't know what I expected from my least favorite track in the game. If this room keeps shrinking, I think I'm going to quit and try to find another CTGP room just for the last couple races of the stream. This track is good. Alright, no item. That's okay, I suppose. Ooh. I could get to early lead here, or something like that. Maybe that's what I'll try to do. Of course, if somebody behind me has a red shell, then I'm done, so. Alright. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I wasn't in first for that long. You asshole. Alright. Me item. Yeah. Okay, well. In that case. I think I'm gonna bag here. Yeah. Oh, dude, he's on the super blooper. That's sick. I know I want to use this. Out here. Ah, not quite. Second place? Not bad. For a race where I intentionally, like, fell behind and bagged twice. Alright. 8 players? Okay. The one last thing that I wanted to mention, this is actually another bit of good news. So, we all like journalists here, at least for the most part. Sometimes they are extremely cringe. For example, in America, when they do fucking corpo apologia and shit like that. But most journalists speaking truth to power, especially war journalists, very cool people, which is why they tend to get killed a lot by like dictatorial countries. Um, but apparently this year, um, there was a distinct downturn in the amount of journalists killed. Apparently, this is another French news article I'm referring to here. I'm going to be paraphrasing, obviously, because it's in French. Uh, as of the 1st of December 2023, the number of journalists that's been killed this year is the lowest in any year since 2002. Which I think is pretty cool. Um, you know, despite Israel's best efforts, of course, because Israel's been like specifically targeting journalists and stuff. But I think it's good that like either the world is getting more progressive at such a rate, or like some other combination of factors is coalescing such that journalists are more able to do their jobs now, like I guess without getting killed than previously. Ooh, take these. Fifth place probably. Yeah, okay. Nah, I'm leaving. Let's see if there's anybody on custom tracks. Let me go through this article a little bit more specifically as well. Selon le bilan annuel établi par RSF, le chiffre de journalistes tués dans l'exercice de leur fonction 45 au 1er décembre 2023 est le plus bas depuis 2002, malgré la situation au Proche-Orient. Okay, according to the annual statistics published by Reporters Without Borders, the number of journalists killed during their job function, which now stands at 45, is the lowest since 2002, despite the situation in Palestine, which I think is very cool. Not the situation in Palestine, the fact that less journalists are being killed now. Depuis le début de la guerre entre Israël et Hamas, 13 journalistes au moins ont été tués à Gaza dans le cadre professionnel, 56 au total. Since the debut of the war between Israel and Hamas, 13 journalists at least have been killed in Gaza in a professional capacity, like while they were doing their job, while 56 journalists overall have been killed in Gaza. You know. So this is obviously like a double-edged sword. It's like the one bit of information comes in the context of the other bit of information. You know, kind of a jarring contrast there. And of course, let us all take our daily dose of Israel is bad by, I guess, reminding ourselves that Israel's been like specifically airstriking journalists' houses. You know, Israel has been sort of trying to take a dual line of like, oh, well, we don't know where the Hamas are. They're embedding themselves in civilians. But also we have the best precision munitions that money can buy. But also we're not killing any civilians. But also if we are, it's okay, actually, because they were Hamas too. Or something like that. Inevitably, there were going to be some journalists among the dead. But I think the fact that Israel is going out of its way to kill journalists, you know, speaks volumes about what they're intending to do in Gaza. because that's historically been one of the ways that you. Oh, geez, I cut out for a second. I think. Are we good? I think we're good. Yeah, there we go. Killing journalists historically has been one of the ways that countries will act in the lead up to a genocide or even during a genocide because, you know, history tends to not reflect kindly on those countries and on those political ideologies that are inclined towards genocide. Uh, and if you're a cynic, if you are an evil person, the way to avoid that is simply to kill all the witnesses so that there's nobody there to record the genocide as it's happening. That is exactly as evil as it sounds. And yeah, this is going to be well, it looks like all the memes that people were making about like the 2020s being an entire fucking section of the history textbook like that. Yeah, that's going to be very real. Come on, there's got to be somebody. I just connected to a room. Really? Dude. Okay, there we go. We're back. We're good. We're good. It's the same room too. Nobody that I recognize from previous streams, but some people that I recognize from earlier this stream, which is nice, I suppose. I'm going to close some of these tabs, actually, so they're not all hanging open. I'm not going to make all of that into segments. I will make one of those into segments. I think the, me talking about, uh, conservative people really, like, straight guys really just not liking women. Yeah. Dude, it's so weird. Like, there's I think okay. I'm prepared to make this statement right now. There's only one person I've known in my life who is straight and actually likes the opposite sex. And that's my dad. I'm serious. I am like dead serious. Everybody else that I have known, I either don't know how they think about romantic relationships, they're not straight, or they're absolutely insane about the opposite sex. You know? And when I say insane, I don't mean like head over heels in love with somebody, blah blah. No, I just mean that like they have these absolutely insane attitudes where they like don't um view them as like almost don't even view them as people. It is so bizarre. And ultimately, I actually think that like incoming feminist meme, but like that's the patriarchy for you. You're designed to see the like people who are of the opposite gender as other. You know, like men and women are basically the same. You know, on most fundamental levels, men and women are pretty much the same. But it's like, oh, actually they're different because we have like forcibly instilled in you all of these different social attitudes, roles, and like expectations. Sometimes through childhood trauma outright, and you know abuse and shit that result in you like having horrible relationships with the people around you that are not also in the same social category as you. Like, fuck, man. And what makes me the most angry about that is that I had such a hard time seeing it until like 2 years ago. Like, I understood it conceptually, but there was so, like, it's kind of like you understand something intellectually and conceptually before you're really able to internalize it emotionally. That's like the level that I'm on right now, is that I've just started to be able to internalize it, like, oh, people are just people, and you don't actually need to act a certain way around guys versus girls. You should just act as though you're in the presence of another human being. You know? How could patriarchy do this, but unironically? Alright, let's get it. Back to voting random, because it's custom tracks. I can't be bothered to pour through all 256 of these. I might make that a part of the segment as well. Yeah. So there's going to be two disparate parts of the stream that are like, I don't know, connected. We'll see. Editing me will decide all that. That's for editing me. Haunted Gardens, I think? Yeah. Nice track. Ah, no, he took the box. Ah, I didn't get a box. There we go. Oh, shit. Oh, shit! Future me, clip that. Yeah, okay. That's green shells, not red shells. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. I'm fine with just taking second this race. You know, if that's what ends up happening. Oops. Got a little wider than I would have liked. I should have waited to throw that red shell, even though he had a banana, so. I'm surprised that red shell even made it to me. Kind of crazy. Ow. Oh, dude, we both got fucked up by that POW. Nice. I didn't get a box. Oop. Okay, well, I'll take first too. That's all right by me, game. I've been driving pretty good this race. It's been really good. Okay. Nice. Nice. I think I'll do one more race, even though, like, maybe this would be time for 2 more. I think 1 more is appropriate for this stream, given how I feel. Yay. I'll vote for the last one. I'll vote for this last track, just because. More viewers, welcome to the stream. It's a shame that we're in the like final minutes of it, but glad to have you here at the very least. Let's see, what track do I want for this? Let's go New Moon Manor for the last track, maybe. Whatever gets picked is whatever gets picked, but you know. I'm actually starting to get used to the newer tracks now. And by that I mean like the ones that were added in the last few updates, like in the time that I hadn't been playing as much. Bro, why are you voting for Haunted Gardens again? It's probably a mistake. Royal Raceway, okay. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. Damn it, I was gonna say, I wonder if I focus on just outlining everybody. Where's the mushroom? Wait, what? I don't understand what happened there. Ooh. Ah, he tried to double combo me. Cheeky bastard. Oh, cool. 3 mushrooms. I'm gonna start using these about now. Oh, wow. And would you look at that? I got first. Pretty good last race, I think. Alright, I'm gonna quit the game now. And maybe I'll find somebody to raid. We'll see what's up. But if there's nobody to raid, I'll just see you guys next time. Ooh. Mr. Joey J-Bone, the man himself, is playing Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube. So I'll send you guys over to his stream. Or rather, I'll send you guys to Mango's stream, because it's Mango's stream and Joey is playing. Alright. That's all for today. I'll see you guys on Saturday. I'll be back. Yeah, see you when I see you.